Hello and welcome to Spotlight in Bensenville. My name is Frank DeSimone, Village President and your host for this episode. Today we'll be discussing winter preparedness with Don Schultz, our EMA coordinator. Don, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Frank.
So let's start by, why would our viewers need to be concerned about preparedness for the winter?
Well, Frank, I think it's safe to say that Bensenville, this area, the upper Midwest, will experience some extreme winter weather conditions, each winter season. And some of those conditions will include below zero temperatures, excessive snowfall, high winds, which can cause power outages, heating issues at the home or wherever, and then traveling difficulties. So it's important to start now to at least start thinking about those things and prepare. So if we do experience those adverse conditions, it won't be such a threat to a person or a family.
So how would our viewers know that there might be potential dangerous weather conditions, and what would be the first indication of those?
A person's first indication of the potential dangerous weather conditions will be the news reports that you get on radio, television, and they're usually given in advance, and then and updated as the weather approaches, and it's meant to give people time to prepare and a little heads up, so they can be ready for these conditions and help prepare themselves, their household, their car, those kinds of things.
Can you explain the National Weather Statement just a little bit more in detail?
Well, some of the terms that people should be aware of and that will be used during the winter months. First one, Winter Storm Watch, which is meant to tell people severe winter conditions may affect our area. A watch is intended to provide some lead time for people to get ready to prepare. Another term is Winter Storm Warning, which is issued when 4 or more inches of snow is forecast. When issued, the forecast is usually for the next 12 hours. Okay. So, and then winter weather advisories are given to inform the public that weather conditions are expected to cause significant inconveniences and could be hazardous. And then again, the last and probably one of the more severe is a blizzard warning. And it's issued to warn that snow and strong winds will combine to produce blizzard or blinding snow conditions, near zero visibility, deep snow drifts, and just life-threatening wind chill conditions.
We hear a lot of this word. Tell us about wind chill.
Well, wind chill, it's an important thing to understand and be aware of. That's the combined effects of the cold temperatures and wind on the human skin. So when these wind chill numbers are given during the news reports, and it's important to take them seriously, because the low wind chill numbers can be life-threatening to people that are outside, doing shoveling snow, or just have to be outside in those conditions.
Are there any other weather concerns?
Cold weather, can have adverse effect on your home, the car, the power grid. Some examples, the effects on a home are freezing pipes that maybe are in areas that are less insulated and can cause pipes to freeze and break, and you won't know about that till temperatures warm up and you discover you've got a leak. Mm-hmm. It can affect your car. Generally, it's the battery. Mm-hmm. That's one of the first things to go. So having those things looked at, your car battery and things like that, to try to avoid those kinds of problems, and that won't show up till the worst time, when you're out or you need to get out mm-hmm. and go someplace, or you're already out and then the car won't start and you can't get back home. So it's important to take a look at these things now, before the cold weather hits. Maybe take a look at those areas, see if there are pipes around the house that need to be insulated, and help protect them from the cold weather a little bit better.
How would someone prepare themselves for the cold winter weather?
Prepare yourself, your family, your car. Relocating with friends or family to a temporary shelter. start thinking about these issues right now. Do you have a plan to accomplish these tasks? So make a plan. Write it down in document form, and that helps keep things organized. It's good to reference back to, so you don't forget a step or forget something. The next thing is things that you may need to take with you. So build a kit that hopefully a go bag that will include medications, if it's appropriate, baby food, clothing, baby clothing, things like that, important documents, bottled water, first aid kit. So, again, take a look at these things now, and and don't wait till the last minute.
Right.
Yep.
Where can residents find out more information?
For more detailed information, we just touched on a few things and probably rather quickly, but to find out more detailed information on building a kit, making a plan, you can go to readyillinois.gov, weather.gov, protectdupage.org, the Bensenville website. You can go to the emergency management or the preparedness section, and you get information there, or you can contact my office and ask questions, or get some information on other sites to go to and help with that planning effort.
Phone number?
The office number, 630-350-3461. They can also use a general email address to the Emergency Management Agency at ema@bensenville.il.us.
We have a couple more questions for you, but we got to take a quick commercial break. You got a few minutes?
Oh, certainly.
All right, we'll be right back with more Spotlight in Bensenville.
What is the 2020 census? The census counts everyone living in the country, and it records everyone who lives at your address on April 1st. The data can be used to inform important funding decisions that affect your community. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
El censo cuenta a todos los que vivimos en este país, incluyendo aquellos que no pensarías que también cuentan. Una persona en el hospital, sí, cuenta. Los García y los Álvarez que comparten la misma casa, sí, todos cuentan. El primo Luis que está viviendo en el garaje de Pedro, también cuenta. El censo cuenta a todos para que a todos nos vaya mejor.
Gdy mój dziadek zamieszkał w Ameryce, zrozumiał, że spis oznacza nowe możliwości. Wiedział, że jego celem jest policzenie wszystkich, by na tej podstawie rozdzielać fundusze na rzeczy takie jak edukacja czy służba zdrowia. Rzeczy, które są dla nas ważne. Dzięki niemu zawsze liczono całą naszą rodzinę.
Dowiedz się więcej na 2020census.gov.
The Water's Edge Aquatic Center is conveniently located in the Redmond Recreational Complex in Bensenville. The Water's Edge is home of Fenton High School and Wahoo swim teams, featuring an indoor 8-lane lap pool and diving well. The Aquatic Center is available for private functions and parties. Learn to swim, stay in shape, or enjoy recreational swimming year-round at the Water's Edge Aquatic Center.
The Bensenville Community Library, serving a community of readers. Whether you're old or young, a lover of words, music, or computers, the library has something for you. Check out our new Kindles, toddler jams, story and movie nights, or a variety of other activities offered. For more information, call us at 630-766-4642 or check out our schedule on the web at benlib.org. The Bensenville Community Library, celebrating 50 years of library service. Staying connected is important, and at the Village of Bensenville, it has never been easier to keep up to date with what's happening around town. Whether on your phone, desktop, or tablet, the Village of Bensenville website is your go-to community resource, so you'll stay connected at home, in the office, or on the go. Join us on social media. Visit the Bensenville homepage and click on the Facebook icon. This will take you to the Bensenville Facebook fan page. Once there, click the like button and add us to your newsfeed. To follow us on Twitter, visit the Bensenville homepage and click on the Twitter icon. This will take you to the Bensenville Twitter page. Once there, click the follow button and add us to your Twitter feed and receive regular community updates. For email and cell phone notifications, click on the Notify Me button. This will take you to the Notify Me dashboard. Add your email address and/or cell phone number at the top of the page. Then select which service you would like to receive updates from. Click on the envelope icon for email alerts and on the phone icon for phone alerts. You can choose one, the other, or both. Tune into our public access cable shows and board meetings. Choose a current program from the Multimedia tab down on the home page. Bensenville Community Television is also web streamed 24 hours a day. To pay your Bensenville utility bill online, just click on the Online Payments button, then follow the instructions provided on our secure payment site. If you have any problems, concerns, or questions to tell the Village, please visit the Report a Concern Center. Through the YourGov application, you can explain your issue and track its progress from submission to completion. Issues submitted through YourGov are forwarded directly to the responsible department. Staying connected is important, and at the Village of Bensenville, it has never been easier to keep up to date with what's happening around town. On your phone, desktop, or tablet, the Village of Bensenville website is your go-to community resource, so you'll stay connected wherever you are.
Hi, and welcome back to Spotlight on Bensenville. My name is Frank DeSimone, Village President and your host for this episode. Today we are discussing winter preparedness with Don Schultz, EMA Coordinator. Welcome back. So just moving on for some quick tips for our viewers. So before the break, you mentioned several personal preparedness topics, for example, the home. Give us a little bit more detail.
Okay. Preparedness as it relates to the home are generally maintenance issues that can help when cold weather arrives. Have your furnace checked, regularly. Annually is recommended to ensure proper operation when you're going to want that heat on those cold days and nights. As mentioned, check those areas of the house for possibly exposed, piping, water pipes that you want to insulate and to avoid freezing and breaking. And even though there's a cost to some of these measures, it's much less expensive to do these maintenance issues now than to deal with it later on and the repairs and then the cleanup. And then also you may want to check drafts around windows and doors and caulk or weather strip those areas, add insulation if needed. And I think right here it's important to add just some safety tips. Okay, again, during those cold winter days, and you maybe got some issues with heating, don't use your stove or oven as a heating source. Gas stoves, there's a carbon monoxide poisoning threat. Even electric stoves, it's not its intended use, and there's a electrical overheating threat posed there, which obviously then is potential fire issues. And even candles, they don't do the trick. Right. So then they pose a high fire risk.
What should be done to prepare your vehicle, like your van, your SUV, or whatever you drive? What can we do to prepare those?
Well, there's quite a little list here. So some of the important things, again, to try to look at and take a look at now is checking the battery, the ignition system to make sure that the battery terminals are clean and the connections are tight. Check the antifreeze level, top them off if needed. Check that the heater and the defroster work properly. Windshield wiper blades, replace if necessary. Check and top off the fluid. Headlights, brake lights, turn signals, making sure that they're all working properly. Your exhaust system, check for leaks or crimped pipes, which could have an issue with getting the carbon monoxide, the exhaust into the vehicle, which would be hazardous. Your brakes, just making sure that they're working properly.
Got to stop.
Yeah. The engine oil, does it need to be changed? Making sure it's at the right level. Condition of the tires, for the slick, icy roads, are your tires in good shape? The air filter, things like that, replace if needed. Try to keep at least a half a tank of gas if possible, at all times during the cold weather months. So those are just a couple of items to think about.
What about preparing yourself for the weather?
Personal preparedness, relating, being out in the cold, having to be out in the cold for work or just shoveling snow around the house, knowing the signs of frostbite or hypothermia, just understanding and knowing those symptoms and signs, maintaining good health, especially if you're going to be out, shoveling. You don't want to overdo it. Right. Take breaks, protect your exposed skin with, clothing. Wear layers, several layers of loose-fitting clothing. The outer garments should be tightly woven or waterproof. Wear a winter hat, something that's made for the cold, not the baseball type cap. And then, during those extreme cold periods, you want to protect your nose and your mouth with a scarf, which helps protect your lungs from that extreme cold air getting there, causing some issues. Wearing gloves or mittens, boots that help keep your feet warm and dry. And I'll repeat, just try to stay dry.
Correct. We can't forget about the children. What special things do we need to know for the children?
In addition to those things we just talked about for kids, it's important. Keep an eye on them. Watch what they're playing on and around. There have been some reports of some unfortunate incidents where with the kids playing on around little man-made igloos and things like that, and then that might get trapped or whatever. So just paying attention to the kids and what they're playing on and around. Make them take breaks, come in, warm up for a little while. Take roll call. Is everyone present and accounted for? Have the kids eat something, fuel up. That helps with keeping the body heat, and again, try to keep dry.
Is there anything else a person can do to help prepare for emergency situations, whether it's the severe winter or summer weather, fire evacuation, anything else they can do?
Just for preparedness in general, kind of stepping outside just the cold weather, things we're talking about here is, as mentioned before, make a plan, write it down. It helps keep the plan, like I said, keeps the plan organized, makes it easier to review and update. Look through it, annually for things that may need to be added or taken out, names and numbers of places that you might want to go for shelter purposes. So you're able to update those kinds of things. It's also important, so things aren't overlooked or forgotten. Go over the plan with the other household members. Make sure that they're aware of what the plan is for fire escape plan or severe weather shelter location in the home, things like that. Safety measures for all types of situations, notifications. How are you going to receive that information of a threat in the area? How do you get that? Well, generally it's radio, TV, social media, things like that. Locally, we have our Code Red system that we will push out a message to warn people of a large-scale, life-threatening event. Then what are you going to do about it? Once you receive that information, what are you going to do about it? Well, you're going to take action. What's that action going to be? Communications. Family members, you're separated for whatever reason, work, school. How are you going to communicate with them? Cell phones may be affected by whatever the event is, so how are you going to communicate with them? Well, there's a plan, there's a process that you can do this, and then possibly a meetup location for reunification, someplace that you can all go to and reconnect and know that family members are safe and sound. So, and then building a kit, as I mentioned before, include items that you're going to want to take, and each family member would have a kit, a go kit, with things in it that they would need that they can grab and go. Medications, again, baby food, pet food, phone charger, and the cables to go with the cable, and then the little wall plug, the phone car adapter, and then possibly a copy of your emergency plan with information in it that contact information that you'd want to have with you.
We talked a lot of preparedness information. Where can a person go and receive more information about the topics that we just discussed?
Well, I briefly touched on, making a plan, building a kit. There's much more detailed information, again, on these and many other preparedness topics, issues that, again, readyillinois.gov, protectdupage.gov, weather.gov, and then against our local website and emergency management information. They're great places to go to prepare and protect you and your family members.
Don, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all that information. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Spotlight on Bensenville.